right, let's get more perspective on the trial. Attorney Eric Bland joins us now. He also represented the Murdaugh housekeeper's family in another case and several other cases connected to the Murdaugh family. Eric, thank you so much for being with us. What stood out to you most from today's witness testimony?
Well, from the prosecution side, it's like building a house. You have to start with the foundation, and that's why they had the officer who arrived on the scene to secure it. Then they went to the first responders, and it was methodical, sometimes interesting, other times plodding, and that's what has to be done because they have the burden of proof, and so they have to show exactly what happened. The interesting testimony that came out for me from that was obviously about the tire tracks, as well as Alex's lack of what seemed to be emotion with Officer Green. However, I have been to Moselle, and when I was at Moselle at the kennels, there were a lot of different tire tracks coming from different directions. So I don't know whether that's a red herring. I could tell you this as a lawyer, that any good defense lawyer can break a crime scene. I've never heard a defense lawyer stand up and say, you know what, Your Honor, they did a wonderful job in securing the crime scene and investigating and analyzing it. I have no question. So any good lawyer could say, well, you didn't bring the tape back enough, or you didn't take pictures, or you didn't put the lights. So Dick did his job. From Dick Harpootlian's standpoint, I think he is starting to weave the theme that there were multiple shooters, and that's why he said that there were multiple tire tracks. I don't think there was really anything explosive today. I thought Alex's emotions in the court were real. Obviously, seeing his family and hearing, even if he did kill his wife and his son, the graphic nature in a public courthouse being aired publicly is very emotional for him. So I don't believe those were fake tears. However, people need to understand Alex is an amazing actor. I have substantial knowledge based on my dealings of him victimizing not only his clients, but his family, his law partners, his friends for many, many years. And he's very good as an actor at manipulation. Not saying he's doing that today, but please, let's not forget that he was able to manipulate a lot of people over a long period of time.
Well, Eric, let's talk about that. Let's talk about, the emotion. Alec was crying in the courtroom both today, also yesterday, wiping away tears. Yesterday, we know his attorney had him stand up. Is the defense strategy trying to paint him maybe as a family man here?
Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously, he saw his family for the first time in the better part of a year. He didn't see a lot of his family. I don't know who visited him in jail, if any, except his brother, John Marvin, and maybe Buster. But he saw his brothers, his sisters, their spouses, and that would be emotional for any man living in isolation like he is in jail. But Dick is trying to humanize him in front of this jury. There's been a substantial amount of pretrial publicity about him being a serial thief. I call him a serial pen slinger. I think it was a little disingenuous for Dick to say, it's my honor to represent Alex Murdaugh. No, I don't think it's an honor to represent somebody if you're a lawyer, and that lawyer disgraced our profession and stole almost $10 million from a multitude of victim clients who were in a desperate situation after losing loved ones or having medical catastrophes. So saying that, it's my
Eric,
honor.
what about, you mentioned the fact of Alex's family. So we don't have a lot of time, so I want to make sure I get this in.
Sure.
What does it say to the jury, do you think, that Alex's family is there in the courtroom watching the trial? His surviving son, 2 of his brothers are there.
Yeah, I think it's a strong statement because they're sitting on the defense side. The state is spending all this money and all this time in prosecuting the case for Maggie and Paul. They're the guardians of the gate and champions for Maggie and Paul, and yet none of the family members are sitting on the state side. They're sitting on Alex's side. So that is a strong statement to the jury. Juries have 24 eyes and 24 ears, and they're watching and hearing everything, and that is not lost on them. And I'm sure there's some comment about that in the jury room.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.